Okay, let's turn off this video before Kim Jong-un comes and, or no, his Kim Jong-goons will come and diddle my butthole. Hello and welcome to my video of a sorry excuse of me trying to get revenue in the corner of my room so I can start paying rent instead of being a bum of a bitch. As you can see, this is a very different kind of video, and welcome to the first video on my channel. Today we are going to do commentary of influencers ruining homes. Well, here we are going to be reacting to, as I said, influencers ruining homes. Now give me a second, I need to read the script because I have horrible memory. The influencer plague. A very viral way of getting views and rage baiting on the internet today. Or last month, I don't know. Kind of late on all news. But, you know, we were looking over videos. I happened to come across these.
Round and over. If I see ops then it's over. I'll send man straight to Jehovah when I take shots like M. Sharapova. Doing up tennis. Call man Dennis, I'm a menace. Doing up olives in Venice. Big man ting, I'm bigger than Venice.
Actually, I take that back. I need money. Don't claim this video, please. So we're gonna start getting reactions like right now.
Upper and decided to tackle the entire renovation by ourselves. We scraped over 2,000 square feet of popcorn ceilings and quickly realized.
So, somewhere in between the 70s or I don't know, 18,000s. I don't know, these fucking old heads. They thought it was okay to put a certain chemical in there that can like give you cancer or some shit. I don't know. I'm genuinely going off the script right now because I don't feel like flipping in between the script and I don't have a second monitor.
Boring!
We realized we never want to do that again. Next, we removed all of the countless window decals and stickers to bring back some natural light into the space. We chose to
Why? Just why?
lighten up this big bulky fireplace using a German schmear technique, and let's just say the internet had some
Okay. What is German schmear? I gotta look.
very strong opinions on this. We proceeded to paint every
Wait.
say the internet had some very strong opinions on
Oh,
this.
it
We
looks like
proceeded to paint
ass.
every square inch of this home and chose to do a couple different accent walls where we used wood slats
Why
to
would
bring
you
back
put
some of that mid-century charm the home was lacking. One of the most dramatic upgrades was saying goodbye to all of this cold tile and
So in the original video, they said that the home was from the 70s. And you're trying to put a 70s aesthetic in an already 70s thing.
and warming it up with a beautiful wood look floor. When we bought this home, we quickly found out that there was a filled-in swimming pool, and after realizing a new pool was way out of budget, we had to get creative. We turned what was essentially a muddy dirt pit into an outdoor oasis by not only adding a stock tank pool.
Am I showering calves? No. In there? I think I would be better Literally,
dreams that you had you
literally, I would be way better at designing this whole entire house choice. Why would you put a, what is it called again?
Oasis by not only adding a stock tank pool area, but also
A
adding
stock
in
tank
plenty
pool.
of space
Do
to
I look like a dog? I mean, like, I look like a hairy Australian shepherd, but do I look like a dog? I don't have paws.
lounge and just take in this beautiful, lush backyard. Now, after months of hard work, we are officially done, and I cannot wait to give you the final reveal and full house tour.
I'm so sorry for whoever bought that house. It looks like complete ass. Actually. I'm gonna flip to the script.
What would you do if you had an additional 400 square feet of living space in your home? That is the question we are asking ourselves, because today we are tackling our third story attic. When we bought this home, it was listed as a 2-story, but if you look at old newspaper clippings, they all refer to this as a true 3-story home. And
Okay, first of all, I need to know where to get those newspapers.
here is
'Cause,
what
like, really, did they really do that back in the day, where everybody just had like a newspaper about their own house?
used to be the 3rd story. This attic has immediate potential with a current unusable bathroom, but all of the plumbing fixtures are there and clearly original. It is crazy to me that this whole entire floor has just been unused for decades, so we are very excited to bring it back to life. First and foremost, we had a mini split added, so now it is true heated and cooled additional.
Why did you buy this house? If I get it, you're a Florida flipster, whatever the fuck that means. I mean, like, I'm a lucky penny, but a Florida flipster? I'm sorry, it is turning into spring if I keep on grabbing my shirt. It's because it's 200 fucking degrees! It was 60 yesterday! And now it's 90. It's 90 degrees. Let's continue.
Living space. And we're also pretty positive the brick chimney runs through the center of this space, so we would love to expose that as well. I feel like this will become one of our favorite spaces in this entire house. I still don't know how we're going to use this room. Let me know if you have any ideas. But first up, we need to get some paint on these walls to freshen up this space. Stay tuned.
Valid.
We got this rusty locker for free.
Why would you want a rusty locker?
Let's give it another light.
That's the kind of shit that I got my stuff stolen back in school. That's where I got my stuff stolen from, because it was not locking. It's called a locker. Lock. Why are you putting green on? Looks like doo-doo green shit. You know when you're sick and you go to take a shit and it's completely green? I am not even joking. Like the Grinch green. Like the Grinch green. Or the fucking this guy. What's his name? Izuku Midoriya. Hi, my name's Izuku Midoriya. Oh, you want to see me shit? Yeah. Oh. Bakugo. Deku! What am I doing with my life? Well, I can't get a job because my fucking leg's broken.
Girl with Down syndrome who was taken from her mother and put in a cage. I read about did you say want to a 10-year-old with Down syndrome being taken from her mother?
You can pick anything you want, but the bottom line.
But let's continue. Detroit. Shit.
We got this rusty locker for free.
Man, get this fucking AI out of my face!
Man, I'm tired of these clankers! These stupid clankers trying to take my money!
I can't believe I'm saying this, but we are on our last project of our attic transformation, and that is giving these stairs a much needed refresh because they have seen better days. We noticed that primarily it was the center portion of the stairs that have just been worn down, and like we have said in the past, we don't have the budget right now to sand these down, and I didn't love the idea.
You have the budget to sand it down. Okay, let's do some fucking research right now. That is $50, $100. Now it looks like this is the one that you chose. That's $217 fucking dollars. Someone actually try to find this rug, please.
Of waxing them since this is going to be stairs that are used by our daughter. So I figured the next best bet was going to be to add a runner and install some extra cushion because I feel like that's always nice to have going up the stairs. I'll be honest, we have never done this before, but we did already own all the tools needed, which was not much, so we decided we could tackle it ourselves.
Bro,
and I have always wanted to do a stair runner before, so this felt like the perfect place to try it out. Since it was our first time, I decided to just get a 2x12 runner and it fit perfectly, so I just got another one for the other portion of the stairs, and we did the exact same steps, and we had this done in literally 2 hours, and it was such a simple transformation. Our goal is to one day fill up this hallway with a bunch of family photos and artwork, but for now we just opted for bought this 1970s fixer-upper and decided to tackle the entire renovation by ourselves. We scraped over 2,000 square feet of popcorn ceilings and quickly realized we never want to do that again. Next, we removed all.
Okay.
Everyone knows you can refinish hardwood floors by sanding them, but hardly anyone talks about waxing them. This method traces back to ancient times when people realized that beeswax would help restore the original luster of wood. So today we are going to be waxing these 100-year-old floors and bringing them back to life at a fraction of the cost. This attic has been unused for so many decades, however, the wood was in overall good shape other than the fact that it was so dull, but we really did not want to come up here and start sanding and making an entire mess, so we figured there had to be another solution. I couldn't believe that more people don't talk about this waxing technique because honestly, it is such a game changer and it's so budget friendly. Yes, of course, it does require a little bit more maintenance, but for us, this is
just sand it. Wax is just sand it. Wax is a temporary. You know what the definition temporary is? I don't know the definition because I'm not a fucking dictionary. I'm not a dictionary. I'm not a Trump, and I do not approve of this this poor stuff. If I'm gonna buy a house, and I'm gonna buy a house, I am gonna buy a house. I love my country. I'm not buying this house. Because you know why? They use some cheap ass fucking wax instead of a permanent a permanent way to fix it. Y'all are probably like, you're crashing out, yes! It's all for the video. I'm not actually like this in real life. You are doing too much. Let's go back to the video that we first saw. It had to do with a how much year old, like from the 70s, kind of 70s house. Where is it? Okay, let's just stay right here. Lindsay and Tyler, you are going through a midlife crisis. Get some help. Quit expressing your problems through this. Ruining houses. That's why I'm stuck in an apartment that I cannot pay the bills for. Lindsay. I know damn well that Tyler does not give a shit about this. He is just along for the ride. How do you even sell these? Why and how and why? How and why and how? How do you pay for these houses? That's my question. How do you pay for these houses? How? Dropping that meme from the Kung Fu Panda. Tell me! How? I don't know!
How? 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 I don't.
Yeah. I need to listen to some music.
I think coffee does things there.
Shut the fuck up! I just watched an ad! Cut this part of the video out. Let's turn this shit up. Damn. You got hit me like, hell no! I ain't trying to tell y'all. I just trying to tell you go hell yeah. I need to change my book stuff. These are trying to be a cock off. Like, right? Oh god. Spent 22 grand on hooker brother babe when the bitch had a dick like what? Had dinner at my house, she walked out my house, I noticed her booty was thick. I'm like, nah, never mind, you good. I'm a lumberjack, I can tolerate wood.
I was hyped, I pulled down her pants and saw pipe. I was like, oh my god, is it real? Then she looked at me like, bruh.
That bitch had a dick. Bruh. That bitch had a dick. Asking right there. But I just... I'm not trying to ruin your fun. No, she's to me. Cut this part of the video out. Don't you love me? If you see me out in Crowhog, say hi. You meet me at the clam. I'm a talkative guy. Over beers and remember that time. Every I'm a family guy. A lot of white boys do impressions of me. You always see my clips on your FYP. The rhythm's always trying to censor me. They're even worse than the fellas at the FCC. I'm walking the most stupid boy, it's my fault, it was already gone, when you were getting old. I'm gonna be home with my... You better have cut this out, editor. Well, welcome to the end of the video. I don't know what else to say. I guess, leave a comment and subscribe at the bottom. Like, you just gotta scroll down. You just gotta scroll down, please. Please. I'm broke. I don't have 1 cent to my name. Bye, bees!
Jumped out of the way right into a daisy. Shit, you saw that shit, dude?